Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, was arguably the most influential man on earth during his time. Despite having absolute power and the ability to indulge in endless pleasures, he chose a path of wisdom and self-exploration. His writings offer timeless guidance on using our minds to navigate life's complexities. He believed that mastering our thoughts and emotions makes us more resilient and better equipped to handle life's inevitable challenges. In today's world, where finding direction and getting ahead can be difficult, Aurelius's teachings remain incredibly relevant. So with that in mind, this video explores the key principles of Marcus Aurelius's teachings that can help us develop an undefeatable character, capable of getting ahead of everybody else, and apply these ancient teachings to our daily lives. Stick to what's in front of you: idea, action, utterance. Marcus Aurelius believed that self-discipline is the foundation of a virtuous and fulfilling life. As a Stoic philosopher, he emphasized the importance of controlling one's impulses and focusing on what truly matters. We live in a world filled with distractions and constant stimuli, and the ability to concentrate on what's immediately before us is more valuable than ever. However, this principle speaks more to the heart of self-discipline, the ability to commit to a course of action and see it through, regardless of momentary discomfort or the allure of easier alternatives. Aurelius recognized that true progress and achievement come not from grand plans or lofty ideals, but from consistent, focused effort on the immediate tasks that lead to our goals. Often, what holds us back isn't laziness, but a subtle form of fear: fear of failure, fear of inadequacy, or fear of failing in the future. That's why when we stick to what's in front of us, we sidestep these fears. We no longer allow our minds to wander into anxiety-inducing scenarios of what might go wrong. Instead, we channel our energy into productive action. When we focus solely on the immediate task, we eliminate the opportunity to put things off. There's no room for "I'll do it later" when your entire focus is on the here and now. Practicing this principle requires conscious effort and making sure to set clear, achievable goals each day. Then, focusing on completing one task at a time without distractions. Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight. When we lose something, be it a job, a relationship, or even an opportunity, we're often left with an empty space, a feeling of despair over the change we're experiencing. But as Aurelius stated, change is a tenet of nature, and we have to learn to be adaptable if we want to get ahead in life. This perspective shift can be tremendously empowering, turning potential setbacks into stepping stones for personal development. Moreover, fighting against inevitable changes often leads to frustration and disappointment. In contrast, those who can flexibly adapt to new circumstances maintain their peace of mind and are more likely to find creative solutions to problems. Embracing change also means cultivating resilience and emotional fortitude to bounce back from setbacks. This resilience is a key factor in outperforming others and achieving long-term success. While everybody else may be paralyzed by fear of the unknown or stuck in outdated ways of thinking, the adaptable individual is always ready to pivot, innovate, and grow. Implementing this principle in our daily lives means regularly stepping outside of our comfort zone. This will help us gain new perspectives as well as expose us to new experiences. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. In this statement, Marcus Aurelius illuminates a fundamental truth about humans: our thoughts shape our reality. This principle emphasizes the crucial importance of mastering and taking control over our internal dialogue. The ability to control our thoughts is a skill that should have been taught in schools, alongside mathematics and language. Every day, thousands of thoughts pass through our minds. Consider these thoughts as potential intruders, attempting to convince us that we can't achieve our goals or that tasks are insurmountable. If we're not vigilant, we can fall victim to our own negative thinking patterns, often not realizing that our setbacks are caused by our inability to manage our thoughts. To counter this, we must always be alert and on guard against these insidious thoughts that can slip into our consciousness. Developing this mental discipline requires practice and mindfulness. Through being aware of our thoughts, we can catch negative or unproductive ones before they take root and influence our actions. As Aurelius once said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Practical application of this principle involves several strategies. First, we must learn to recognize our thought patterns, particularly those that are repetitive or negative. Once identified, we can challenge these thoughts, questioning their validity and usefulness. Are they based on facts or assumptions? Do they serve our goals or hinder them? Next, we can practice reframing negative thoughts into more constructive ones. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," we might think, "This is challenging, but I can learn and improve." If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth by which no one was ever truly harmed. Aurelius, despite being the most powerful man in the world at his time, maintained an openness to feedback and a commitment to truth. The ability to learn from your mistakes and criticism sets apart those who truly excel in life from those who remain stagnant. When we acknowledge that our thoughts and actions may not always be right, we become less defensive or dismissive when faced with opposing views or negative feedback. We should train ourselves to pause and reflect. Ask ourselves, could there be truth in this criticism? What can I learn from this setback? A practical way to embody this principle is to conduct regular self-debriefs, especially after setbacks or failures. Analyze what went wrong, but most importantly do so without self-judgment. The aim of this debrief is to understand what happened rather than to assign blame. Treat each mistake as a blessing in disguise, an opportunity to learn and grow stronger. As Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In this light, criticism and setbacks become catalysts for growth and progress. Time is a sort of river of passing events, and strong is its current. No sooner is a thing brought to sight than it is swept by and another takes its place. Marcus Aurelius, as both a philosopher and a ruler, understood that time is perhaps our most precious and scarce resource, one that we must learn to value and utilize effectively if we wish to lead meaningful and impactful lives. The recognition of time's relentless passage challenges us to be more intentional about how we spend our days. Aurelius's teaching encourages us to regularly reflect on our priorities and to align our use of time with our most important goals and values. In practical terms, we should develop a keen awareness of how we currently spend our time and make deliberate choices about how we want to invest it moving forward. This also means learning to say no to activities or commitments that don't align with our priorities. Being more conscious of the nature of time also makes us more present in our daily lives, which can help us become more focused, more productive, and more intentional in our actions. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. Despite his position as Roman emperor, Marcus Aurelius understood the dangers of blindly following the crowd and the importance of maintaining one's integrity and sanity in a world that often seems to have lost its way. Aurelius encourages us to look beyond the surface of societal expectations and to question the underlying assumptions that drive collective behavior. Embracing nonconformity will help you break free from conventional thinking. This independent mindset allows you to identify opportunities where others see only obstacles and to create value in unexpected ways. Nonconformists are often the trailblazers in their fields, pushing boundaries and redefining what's possible. When you resist the pull of groupthink, you develop stronger critical thinking skills and become more adaptable to change. This resilience and flexibility are crucial in our rapidly evolving world, because ultimately, when you dare to be different and think for yourself, you position yourself as a leader rather than a follower, which will give you a significant edge to get ahead. Implementing this principle requires cultivating a habit of critical thinking. We must learn to question not just the ideas of others, but also our own assumptions and beliefs. When we adopt this ability to think independently and act with integrity, we position ourselves to truly outsmart the masses and become undefeatable.